Good afternoon, everyone. My name's Doug. I'm with the funeral home here, and we're just going to turn things over to the family here to start the services. If there was anyone that was kind of in line waiting to visit with Colleen and the rest of the family and didn't get that opportunity, there'll still be some time after the service for you to do that, so we don't want you to feel like you have to rush out right away. And one of our friends has made some real good cookies and bars on the other side, so afterwards, if you want to help yourself to those, you are certainly welcome to do so. And, well, the last one in has to sing, so.
I ain't singing, no, I know that.
And he can.
Yeah, I know I ain't singing.
Hi, I'm Davey Steinman, Tyler's cousin, and Mom Colleen asked me to read some words that she wrote, so this is in her writing. Those of you who knew Tyler know that he would want to have this as a celebration to remember him. And I would like to thank you all for coming today to help Colleen and Cody and I and all of us do that, celebrate the life of Tyler. Your love and support during this difficult time means more to us than you'll ever know. Not only has Colleen lost a son and Cody a brother, but you all here today have also lost a forever friend, and our hearts go out to you as well. During the last week, Colleen and the rest of the family have seen and heard so much about how Tyler's life has touched so many of your lives with his smile, his laugh, his hugs, his crazy jokes, and how friendly and kind he could be to everyone. So not only was he a son, he was also a best friend, Colleen's arch ally, always stood up and looked out for her, and very protective of her. Tyler was proud to tell his friends that his mom was a friend and was his rock. And he enjoyed coming to hear her sing and poke anyone near to say, "Hey, that's my mom, isn't she great?" So some of you may have been those people sitting next to Tyler. And the sons were taught as a young age to be polite, kind, and respectful. And she's very proud that he remained that way as an adult. So when he was growing up, he enjoyed playing many sports, and I can attest to that. I mostly saw Tyler going to Grandma's house and playing in the backyard, football and t-ball, and going to the park and playing basketball. And when he hit his teens, girls and his friends became more important to him. School was challenging for him, and we're proud of him that he stuck it out, and very proud of him the day he graduated. And through his adult life, he enjoyed playing in a pool league, getting together with friends to watch the Vikings, and just hanging out with all the many friends he had. So he always cherished the times he was able to spend with his son Ian, and always looked forward to when he came to visit. Our family time will always be cherished memories. We loved spending time watching movies, playing board games and card games, and just being together as a family. And she has a poem that she'd like to share with you all, and so I'll read that as well. When I die, give what's left of me away, to children, to those that wait to die. And if you need to cry, cry for your brother walking the street beside you. And when you need me, put your arms around anyone and give them what you need to give me. I want to leave you something better than words or sounds. Look for me in the people I've known or loved. And if you cannot give me away, at least let me live in your eyes and not in your mind. You can love me most by letting hands touch bodies with hugs and by letting go of children that need to be free. Love doesn't die. People do. So when all that's left of me is love, give me away. And we want to make some time if anyone has anything they want to share, any memories or stories or words. Now's the time where anyone is invited to come up and share if you've prepared something or if you have any words you'd like to share.
Hi, I'm Ryan. Tyler's a long-time good friend, his brother. I just wanted to share a couple good funny stories that we've had. We've had a lot of amazing, great times throughout our friendship, and this time we went to Lake Byron. We were up there, and we were jet skiing around. And I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with that lake at all, but it's not very deep. So we were jet skiing around, and we were kind of goofing off, and he fell off the back, and he just started swimming for life, and he couldn't. And I just go, stand up, man, you'll be all right. He goes, oh, all right. So he gets back on the jet ski and we start riding again. But the look in his face when he found out he could stand up there, it was funny. And I just, what a great friend to have. I couldn't imagine life without him. It just, sad day. Another time, I didn't really have a place to stay for a while. I was in between a house, and Colleen put me up in her house and always made sure I had a hot plate coming home from work. And Tyler gave me his room, his bed. You know, they've always treated me like family, and I love you guys very much. And it's just a sad time. I'll miss them a lot. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Yep, no problem.
Hi, my name is Carson. I've been friends with Tyler my entire childhood. Sorry, I gotta look at it right up. I've known Tyler for a long time. I mean, I still remember your guys' house number by heart. So, then that doesn't happen very much these days. Tyler, you know, he's somebody I admired. He had these certain admiring qualities about him. He was a really great listener. You could tell him anything, and he would never interrupt you. He would never judge you. He would never tell anybody else what you told him. And that's just what kind of person he was. He was the sweetest and kindest human that I think I've ever known, and I'm gonna miss him a lot. And and it's a tough time too, because as you know, Jay died a couple months ago, and me and Tyler used to go fish with Jay a lot. I remember one time we thought it was a good idea to steal a pack of cigarettes out of Jay's unopened carton, and then glue it back shut, thinking So we went out in the canoe, and it was really windy out, and this is out, I think, Lake Henry. And we were trying to throw cigarettes across the canoe to each other, and they just kept blowing away. And Jay was on the shore watching us with binoculars. So yeah, he never did forget that story. But I've just had a lot of good times with Tyler. I could sit up here all day, and a lot of the things are pretty inappropriate. So.
We know.
But I mean, we worked together at the car wash for years. We had a lot of good times working together. Sat in basements a lot. We sat in a lot of basements together.
Yeah, we don't get into that either.
No. But there is one thing I'm going to say about Tyler, and then I'm going to sit down. But if he would have had a kid nowadays, he would have had his own TV show.
Yeah.
16 pregnant.
Oh, boy.
That's all I got.
Dang. Wow. Thanks, Carson.
Yep.
I'm Barb, Tyler Coyne's sister. Oh, maybe I can. So I would like to offer a prayer for Tyler. And this is based on John chapter 14, verse 27, and John 3:16. Dear Heavenly Father, we are deeply saddened by our loss. But you said, peace I leave with you, my peace I give you. Lord, we know that those who believe in you have everlasting life. So we celebrate the life of Tyler Marshall, because they have transitioned from their earthly life to new life. So help us to hold Tyler's memories close as we continue to live on. and the hope of eternal kingdom. And then Davey has a reading he would like to share.
Is there anyone else care to share any words or any stories? Yeah, come on up.
My name is Desiree. I've known Tyler my whole life as well. We went to kindergarten and all the way up. In the last 15 years though is really when I got to really know who Tyler was and spend a lot of time with him. And in the last few months has been really hard for the both of us. And I have a lot of stories, but one of my favorite was about 10 years ago when we were at the Uppercut. I was bartender there and he was his good Tyler regular self. And this evening he walked up and there's this beautiful blonde sitting at one of the picnic tables. And he was like, oh my goodness, you are gorgeous. And just sits down, plops himself right there. She's 50, and he's 25. And he is just telling her how beautiful she is. And she's just like, listen, guy, I am way too young for you. We can't, this is just silly. And he's like, well, I know you like to eat. You know, we could go on a picnic or something. Have some PBs and J's, be like the Yogi Bear, you know? Have some bottles and have a couple PB and J's. And oh my gosh, it was the funniest thing. There's 30 people sitting on the patio, and I mean, it was a story that I've always given Tyler crap for in all the years that we've been friends since then. Just one of the best stories that I have for you guys. So, but thank you.
Thanks, Dad.
Anyone else care to share something? It's okay if you. Well, I appreciate those of you who shared stories because I think a lot of that is the personal memories and the personal stories that we've got. And so, yeah. It is the crazy stories, the crazy jokes. I know he always had a crazy sense of humor. I remember that even as a kid, so plenty of those. And that's the reality of it. It's not always something you're comfortable sharing in front of a group of people, but I hope you can continue to share your stories amongst your friends and the other people who knew him. Because ultimately, he's not lost and he's not gone if we can hold onto those stories and if we can be reminded of the things that he inspired us by. If he inspired us with his smile or his bravado of walking up to people at the bar and starting to make jokes and, or just how he treated the people that he cared about. I think that's a lot of what remains with us. So I hope that can be part of how he lives on with each of you. Every time you see a smile, you can share a smile and give someone a hug, and that can be a part of how he lives on, because he's not lost and he's not gone, even though it's really hard, especially when it's a surprise, and when you can't prepare for it, and it can be shocking to know that he's not lost and he's not gone. He lives on with how he affected all of our lives, and so we can carry that on. There you go. I can read one last poem here. And then play a little video slideshow. And that will be it for the brief service here, and feel free to spend some time here connecting afterwards. Life is but a stopping place, a pause in what's to be, a resting place along the road to sweet eternity. We all have different journeys, different paths along the way. We all were meant to learn some things, but never meant to stay. Our destination is a place far greater than we know. For some, the journey's quicker. For some, the journey's slow. And when the journey finally ends, we'll claim a great reward and find an everlasting peace, in peace forevermore.
Along that same note, I'd like to offer up what I call the Tyler Challenge. This past week, Clayton and family have received so many words of support about Tyler. And they included comments like, going to miss his smile, his laugh, his hugs. He was always so positive, and we just kept hearing that over and over again. So what I would like each of us here today to do is when we leave here, is to go out there and smile more, laugh more, and hug more. And I think Tyler would really like that. Now we'll finish with a slideshow and a song that we think Tyler would like to do.
This right here, tell me why, goes out to everyone that has lost someone that they truly love. Come on, check it out. Seems like yesterday we used to rock the show. I laced the track, you locked the flow. So far from hanging on the block for dough. Notorious, they got to know that life ain't always what it seemed to be. Words can't express what you mean to me. Even though you're gone, we still a team. Through your family, I'll fulfill your dreams. In the future, can't wait to see if you open up the gates for me. Reminisce sometime, the night they took my friend. Try to black it out, but it plays again. When it's real, feeling's hard to conceal. Can't imagine all the pain I feel. Give anything to hear half your breath. I know you're still living your life after death. Hard with you not around. Know you in heaven smiling down, watching us while we pray for you. Every day we pray for you, till the day we meet again. In my heart is where I keep you, friend. Memories give me the strength I need to proceed, strength I need to believe. My thoughts big, I just can't define. Wish I could turn back the hands of time. Us in the six, shop for new clothes and kicks. You and me taking flicks, making hits, stages they receive you on. Still can't believe you're gone. Give anything to hear half your breath. I know you still living your life after death.
I appreciate y'all coming today. Not only is it a tough day for me, it's for everybody that's shared his life with me. And again, you know, East Side. East Side love. All right, let's go celebrate for Ty. Thank you all for coming. Love you all. And he
Love you,
loves
Ty.
you too.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you all for coming.
Thank you for being here.
That's, it means
It's over. There's cookies. Cookies. Lots of cookies. Please help yourself. And my best friend, she took the time to do that for me. I appreciate it.